Alright guys, so last week I noticed that many of you were still struggling with reflections. I wanted to go over some additional examples and I wanted the video to be a little bit different formatting, so maybe you can hopefully see the process a little bit better. So we're going to look at some examples. I'm going to give you an example of each of our types of lines of reflection across the x-axis, y-axis, y equals negative x, y equals x, and then across x equals a number and y equals a number. So let's go ahead and look at some examples. So example 1 wants us to do a reflection across the x-axis. So we first need to locate the x-axis. Here is the x-axis highlighted. Now we're going to take our shape DEFG and we're going to reflect it over the x-axis and create a mirror image. First, we're going to start with point E. From point E, count up to the line 1, 2. Then to reflect it over, you're going to count up 1, 2. The same number of units above the line. This is the location of our new point E, E prime. Now on to point F. Point F is on the line, so it is 0 units away. So it will stay 0 units away. Point F will stay in the same location, and that will be called F prime. On to point G. From point G to the line, we have to go up 1, 2, 3. So we're going to continue on the other side of the line 1, 2, 3. And that is the location of our new point G, G prime. Finally, point D. From D to the line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. So we will go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. That will be the location of your new point D, D prime. Now that you have plotted all 4 points, the last step is to connect the points and form your final shape. Now you have a figure that has been reflected over the x-axis and created a mirror image. Now on to example 2. Example 2 wants us to do a reflection over the y-axis. So let's go ahead and locate the y-axis and we will highlight it. Here's the y-axis highlighted. We are going to take the shape RSTU and reflect it over the line. Let's start with point T. From point T to the line, we move left 1. So we will go on the other side of the line and move left 1. This will be the location of your new point T, T prime. Now let's go to point S. Point S to the line is right 1, 2, 3. So you will go right 1, 2, 3. And this will be the location of your new point S, S prime. On to point R. Point R to the line is right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will go on the other side of the line 5 units to the right. And that will be the location of your new point R, R prime. Finally, point U is on the line like point F was in the previous example, so it is 0 units away and it will stay on the line. Finally, connect all of your points and you will have your new figure. Notice that the two figures are mirror images of each other and have been reflected across the y-axis. Alright, our next example, number 3, is a reflection across the line y equals negative x. This line will be a diagonal line with a slope of negative 1. So we are going to start at the origin going down to the bottom right and then up to the top left, and this will be the line y equals negative x. Notice that from left to right, the line goes down, hence the negative slope. We are going to take this shape IJKL and reflect it over the line y equals negative x. This does look a little bit different than reflecting over the x or y axis because this line is diagonal. So we will have to count diagonally. So starting at point L, you can see that we have to go through one box diagonally to get to the line. So what we are going to do is we're going to go one box diagonally on the other side of the line in the same direction. This will be your new point L, L prime. Next, point K, we have to go diagonally 2 boxes to get to the line. So we are going to go on the other side of the line in the same direction, 2 boxes diagonally. This will be your new point K, K prime. Next, point J, we have to go 1, 2, 3 boxes diagonally to get to the line, so we will go on the other side 3 boxes diagonally. This is your new point J prime. And finally, point I. Point I is on the line, so like the other examples, it will stay on the line. Your final step is to connect the points until you have your shape. Notice that your shape is a mirror image of the original figure across the line y equals negative x. Our next example is a reflection across the line y equals x. This is a diagonal line with a positive 1 slope. So it will go diagonally through the boxes from left to right, and it will go up. Now we're going to take this shape and count diagonally to the line. Starting at point S, we have to go through 2.5 boxes. So in the same direction, you will count on the other side of the line 2.5 boxes, and this will be your new point S, S prime. Next, point T, we have to count diagonally 3.5 boxes. So in the same direction, on the other side of the line, count diagonally 3.5 boxes. This is your new point T, T prime. Next, point V, we have to count diagonally 3.5 boxes, so we will count diagonally on the other side of the line 3.5 boxes. This is your new point V, V prime. Finally, point U, we have to count diagonally 4 boxes, so we will go on the other side of the line diagonally 4 boxes. This is your new point U, U prime. The final step is to connect the points to form your new shape. Notice it has been reflected over the line y equals x, and it is a mirror image. Let's look at our last two examples. The first one is a reflection over the line x equals negative 2. Anytime you have the line x equals a number, it is going to be a vertical line. So we start by going on the x-axis and locating the value negative 2 on the x-axis. Once you have located that value, you are then going to go from that point and draw a vertical line through that point. This will be your line of reflection. Let's start with point P. Point P to the line is right 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go right 1, 2, 3 on the other side of the line. This will be the location of your new point P, P prime. Next, on to point Q. Point Q to the line is right 1, 2, 3. So we will go on the other side of the line right 1, 2, 3. This will be the location of your new point Q, Q prime. Finally, point R. Point R to the line is left 1. So we are going to keep going on the other side of the line, left 1. This is the location of your new point R, R prime. The final step, now that you have all three of your new points, is to connect the points to form your new shape. Notice you have a mirror image over the line x equals negative 2. On to the next example, a reflection across the line y equals 3. We're going to go along the y-axis to the value of 3, and anytime you have a y equals a number line, it will be a horizontal line. So we're going to draw a horizontal line through the value y equals 3. This is the line you'll reflect your triangle across. Let's start with point L. Point L is on the line. It will stay on the line. This is the location of your new point L, L prime. On to point K. Point K to the line, you have to go up 1, 2. Continue on the other side of the line, up 1, 2. This is the location of your new point K, K prime. Finally, point M, up 1, 2. Continue up 1, 2. This is the location of your new point M. Connect the points, and you have your reflected triangle. So we have some additional examples with different directions. These directions say to write a rule to describe each transformation. These are both clearly reflections. So to describe the rule for a reflection, we just need to simply know the line of reflection. The line of reflection should go perfectly down the middle of the two shapes. So let's go ahead and look at our first example. So when I look at the middle of the two shapes, this is where it occurs. Now if I continue drawing that line, I see that it is a familiar line from our notes, which is the line y equals negative x. So this will be a reflection across the line y equals negative x. When I look at the middle of the next two shapes, I see between points C and C prime, this is halfway between it. So this line will represent the line that goes through the middle of the two shapes. This is a vertical line that is not the y-axis, so it has to be an x equals a number line. The value here is x equals negative 1. So this one will be a reflection across the line x equals negative 1. Hopefully these additional notes helped a bit more. Remember, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I will be happy to help you. For the rest of the week, we will be practicing more with reflections and also practicing with the various types of transformations that we have learned about. You will also have an assessment at the end over all the different types of transformations.